Right, folks, welcome to the World Esports Iesf Mlbb Women's EU Regional Qualifiers 2025. I'm your caster Linwell, and joining me in the casting desk is going to be none other than the wonderful Sakota.
Hello, Linwell. How have you been, man?
They're great. What about you?
Been doing good. The other day we had an amazing series final for the men's side, but today we're gonna take a look at the women's side of Iesf European qualifiers. I'm excited for the first game of today. I don't know about you, Linwell.
Yep. I mean, this is going to be pretty good news, especially the fact that, giving new people a chance at least to have an opportunity to be on the stage here, the IESF. And two teams will be playing today at least. Wait, how many matches we have scheduled? 2 series, right?
2 series today. First series is gonna be between Croatia and Portugal. Second, Belarus and Portugal.
Oh, all right. So a lot of love to Portugal, and sadly no Romania today, which I mean, might happen tomorrow.
Hey,
maybe,
I hope it's
depending
tomorrow.
on our schedule. Yeah, you're just crossing your fingers, praying for that to happen.
Of course,
yeah.
you know.
Yep.
Even so, I can't
But-
wait to see the first match of today. Croatia and Portugal. Yet again, I mean, come on. They met in the men's qualifiers, but still, we didn't see them. But let's take a look at the groups, Linwell.
Yep. On Group A, we have Ukraine, Belarus, Croatia, and Portugal. Meanwhile, in Group B, we got Turkey, Serbia, Georgia, and Romania. So, again, these two groups can be clashing, and possibly similar to the men's bracket. I mean, the previous regionals bracket, I believe, it's the same one.
Yeah,
We're gonna be having possibly the top first for each group that will be qualifying. I believe so.
I think so, Linwell.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
But even so, I think there's gonna be an amazing series, and these two groups seem extremely balanced out. I know the squad of Romania are they're looking forward to being on stream if possible tomorrow. I don't know about you, Linwell, but even so, we're gonna again Portugal versus Croatia for the first game of the day. Do you have any expectations from either of these teams?
Well, all I can say is I'm looking for a good match here to perform at least by both the two teams. Well, hopefully looking probably at the standard meta picks, the standard bans, and maybe pulling a little bit twist, which that little bit spice which a lot of different regions bring to the table. And this time, I can't say for sure. I haven't seen these two teams play. Do you have a little bit of info on that for us?
For these teams in Group A, only a bit on the Ukrainian one, and in Group B, only on the Romanian one. I mean, I had to help the girls out from my country. I did a bit of casting for them, just for some scrims, just practice before I got on the big stage. But even so, they played pretty well. Not going to lie, they played pretty well. I mean, props are Ukraine. But I think something feels off. I haven't made any jokes already. I mean, I have to start the day off strong.
Not again.
Again. But even so, I mean, I think Team Portugal is gonna win. You know why? Because the Portugal's men team defeated some very strong countries, and hey, who knows? Maybe the women are better than the men.
Well, could be true. Maybe they practice together. Maybe they even scrim against each other. That could be very well the case. Who knows? They are from the same region after all.
I mean, we're gonna see what's about to happen, but even so, Linwell, again, I'm gonna ask you a question, but first we're gonna go into the daily schedule. The first match is gonna be streamed live. It's gonna be Croatia versus Portugal. Next one that's gonna be offline, Turkey, Serbia, Georgia, Romania. And the next one that's gonna be live is gonna be Belarus versus Portugal. But again, we're gonna be following Portugal a lot. I mean, hey, the other day we follow Romania, they're gonna be following Portugal. We're gonna catch a glimpse of CR7. Even so,
could be.
Hey, I'm hoping Romania is gonna win versus Georgia. I don't know about you. I'm having high hope for these girls.
They're not even playing on stream here, and you're
they're not
already
even playing
rooting for them.
Yeah, of course. I have to, man. The Romanian lineage.
No,
I have to.
that's
Even
a spirit.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Like the other day, I was hoping for the men to win the qualifiers and stuff, but you know, at the end of the day, if you can't be the best, at least try to be the best. At least let one team, please. You should at least go. No, I'm looking forward to it, and I know. But again, we're gonna have Turkey versus
We
Georgia
all
and
are.
Serbia versus Romania again. Please, please win again, please. I believe in you. If not, you know, hit me up on DMs. You're gonna see Zakota, the caster, playing for Team Romania. I don't think they're gonna mind. You know,
Oh,
I'm not that good, Linen, or am I?
player and caster
Play,
and content
I'm gonna
creator.
I'm gonna
Wait,
do both. And a content creator at the end of? No way, I couldn't be.
Yeah.
And
Imagine, no, you just analyze the games that we have today for later for a video. Could be possible.
Would be possible. It
You
would
know.
be funny for me to play the game, cast at the same time, and analyze at the same time as well. You know,
And
just
analyze,
do the
yeah.
draft.
Just a jack of all trades here.
A jack of all trades,
And
exactly. But
probably-
Linwell, I was gonna
Yeah.
ask you a question. Which country fits Croatia and which country fits Portugal yet again? But today you can't choose people. You
Yeah,
know?
they both got the shield, and again, it's repeated. So I mean, seeing as Croatia has the crown on their head,
You're gonna say Minster or not?
Vexana?
I was gonna think you're gonna say Minster because Minster also has a shield. Come on,
Ooh,
Linwell, get
that's
your
true.
lore up. Get your lore
Ah,
up.
I forgot about him. I mean, it's just a
King
goatee, man.
Minster.
It was too iconic that I forgot. But what about you, though, Zakota? You gotta give a
Croatia?
team, at least a hero for Portugal, I guess.
For Portugal, hero.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think about it. This is a really. I mean, the other day we did ban out Bruno and Harald because they're gonna be the two obvious picks.
Yeah.
I was thinking the Kufra, you know?
Oh.
You can also transform
Is it
into
because
a
of the
ball.
bandages?
Why the bandages?
Ooh. Well, I
No,
mean,
I don't think-
you see those yellow stripes on the flag? Maybe.
Yeah, but the bandages aren't yellow; they're white.
True.
They're just sun dried.
Uh,
They're just sun dried.
Yeah, or either that or I'm colorblind, which hopefully not. But you know, we're gonna take a look at the teams here. We got Soyu Sles, and then wait, Zakota, do you speak Korean?
I do not speak Korean, but I think we can call her Bruna, huh? Bruna.
Yeah, Bruna. All right.
Yeah.
Bruna here from Croatia, Nenica, Alita, as well as EBVG. So all these new names here popping up for us, and probably gonna see what they have in mind, at least moving to the drafts, because again, it's a best of 3. So I'm really interested what they have, like what strategy do they have in mind. Maybe go for a certain bans, even could go for a fanny pick, you know.
I mean, I was thinking about it. I was honestly thinking about it, but I'm getting the heebie-jeebies. You know, I'm feeling that something's gonna happen during this game, like something unique, you know. But again, let's go over the team roster. Soiles, Ana Maria Karabati,
Yeah.
Bruna Tokonovic, Nikolia Ramjalk, Tijana Miltovic, Laura Petric. I mean, hey, these are easier names for us to read than some of the ones thrown on stream. You know, like I mean, I couldn't read Bruna's name, so I mean, Lina, you're Asian, right? You can do it.
I mean, surely.
Definitely.
The stereotypes are kicking in, but I mean, since you know Koreans are pretty good in video games, or at least for the mobile scene, might be expecting something good from the South Croatia. You never know.
I mean, who knows? I can't wait to see what
this
we're gonna
could be the
pull
next
up with.
Faker.
I'm curious, Linwell. Let me do a test. Let's see. I'm gonna translate the name real quick.
All right. Just a
Let
quick
me see.
screenshot.
A quick screenshot. Let's see what it's gonna say.
Yeah. This is our budget for the
Budget.
technical side, at least.
Yes,
for
sir.
the analysis here.
Korean.
Zakota.
Let's see. Oh, speed or feet? I don't think that's right. I guess speed.
Wait, what?
It's the translation says speed or feet.
Interesting. That's very interesting. Probably Bruna is either the speed in taking games or giving games to the opposing sides. But again,
Hey,
we're just pulling their legs too much.
just
I
run.
believe.
I mean, we're talking about fit pulling their legs, but even so, I mean, maybe it's just a name because I play against Portugal, right? And Portugal is well known for their football players.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
That's
excited, Linwell. I'm excited.
Yeah, we all are. I mean, it is the first game, so again, like Have you seen the women's league played for ML scene?
I have, but
Any region?
I mean, I have seen.
It's quite rare, right?
It's quite rare, but I have seen the Southeast Asian one. But let's get into the team roster of Portugal:
Oh,
Cleopatra,
okay.
Sunflower, Mokitamoy. I cannot. Lias, Diana Reese. I mean, hey, let's go over them again, Linwell.
Yeah.
But today, I mean, with the easier names to read.
Mhm.
Come on, please.
Yeah. Carla Almeida, we have Raquel Silva,
Akela,
Andrea Corrigo, Liliana Duarte, and Diana Reis. So yeah, again, it's quite more easier, like you said.
it's a bit more easier than some of their names. But even so, you know what surprises me? That some of the most of the female players in Mobile Legends use their real name. Like we see Liliana. I mean, that could be a different way of saying. And
Oh,
Diana.
wait, you're right.
I mean, hey, Diana Reis.
Mokita could be like, Mokita could be Mojito. Like maybe she likes those strings, I suppose.
Maybe. I mean, hey, maybe it's her nickname in real life. Maybe Sunflower is Raquela's
Yeah, true.
nickname,
True.
or Cleopatra, Carla's.
Yeah.
I mean, my nickname
That's
used
very
to be
much the
King.
case.
What was yours? Was it something creative? Do you have a
I
nickname,
mean,
Linwell?
Technically, yeah, that was my real name. That is my real name.
Yeah,
Not
but what was
necessarily.
your nickname? Something with your name.
Linwell.
Linwell is your nickname. I mean,
Yeah.
Zakota is
that's
my
the
gamer
whole-
tag.
Yeah.
But like my nickname used to be
I mean-
King. I mean, or like Prince. I don't know why. I don't
What?
look the part, do I? King or Prince
Chris?
was mine. No, King or Prince.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh, Prince. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we are going a little bit sidetracked now, though. But
Yeah.
these names are not familiar once again, and Portugal now showing up to the scene has been quite interesting to so to say. At least yesterday's match, and today now for the women's scene, it's we're expecting great things. At least since they are set up twice once again, and the drafts though. Are you expecting anything, Zakota, here?
Vexana.
Like, is it going to be
Vexana. I don't know why I'm feeling a Vexana from. I think
Okay.
Cleopatra is gonna be the mid laner, and he's gonna
Don't
pick
say
Vexana.
Angela. Don't say
No.
Angela.
No. But if it was Kronos here, like let's say the other caster Kronos is not here today, he's gonna be here tomorrow. If I saw his name in like one of these teams roster, I wouldn't bat an eye, man. If I saw like Kronos, like a bigger nerf to these teams, like they're gonna lose a bit faster.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, if he was here and he was playing on the matches, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised once again, like you said. But then again, we're pulling his leg too much. All right.
It's just some friendly banter, Linwell. It's nothing major. Kronos knows, because if he was playing in these leagues, he would be getting demolished, even with his 1-1, Even so, what
Yeah.
are you expecting Team Croatia to ban, like, as the first rebounds?
Well, probably jungle bans, maybe mage bans, since you highlighted the Vexana earlier. So since these are probably going to be crowd control heavy compositions or team fight oriented compositions, which again the standard, which I'm very interested to see what they are going to put in the EXP lane. Are we going to see those aggressive plays coming in, or is it just going to be your standard wait for mid game, wait for the late game to pull up? I'm interested. Who is going to be the main source for those team fights?
I mean, they're either gonna be the most try-hard people ever that they're gonna watch in this entire tournament, or they're gonna be a bit
Yeah.
more casual, a bit more, of a comfort pick draft. Because it's different, right? Maybe they don't play it for the competition, they play it for the thrill of it, right? They play, I mean, they're trying to win, but they're not trying their hardest to win. But who knows? I mean, we don't know anything about this, neither me nor you.
I would say
I mean,
that.
I know a little bit. Linwell. I
Yeah.
know a little bit more than you. But I mean, I'm thinking Team Portugal is gonna ban out as well, like 2 mages. I feel like from Team Portugal, or maybe the junglers. I think it's like,
Okay.
I think the Suya has to go. The Suya has to go, and I feel the Hayabusa is going to go as well. Maybe the
Yeah.
Florin.
Mostly assassins, right? That's a
Definitely,
maybe
yes.
because Florin compositions are either very tricky to face against or pretty easy if you have like a very good dive comp. But again, Zagoda, since you've technically helped the Romanian team, how was the vibes? Can you give us a little bit of hint on how the teams usually go? Are
Yes.
there like is the communication well? Is the
Well, the
drafting,
Romanian
like,
team scares me a lot.
how is it?
The Romanian team scares me a lot. Like it's really scary talking to them. They're like even more like I don't know. I wouldn't say toxic, but they're like more devoted to the game than the men's team. I feel like they're like screaming at me, Sakuta, get ready. We're gonna go into a scream. Where are you, Sakuta? I mean, hey, I'll just forget it, but we're gonna go into the game draft of
Hey.
game number 1 between Team Portugal and Croatia. Linwell, please take it away.
Yep, we're already seeing the bands popping out. Croatia's side, there's the Matilda, there's the Lucas. Two very good bands, but I don't know if this is the right call for the blue side. Meanwhile, Portugal with the Kimi band. Again, understandable of burst. I don't think these teams have adapted, or rather, they don't want Croatia to have it. It's understandable.
I mean, we don't know what these teams play. We don't know their hero picks. For the men's, I could, maybe call out some picks, but I have no idea here, right? The Lucas may be a pick of the Portugal team's jungle, but hey, it can go on the XP, it can be XP as well. The Matilda is a must ban nowadays, followed by the King, but I'm expecting maybe Hayabusa to get banned out. No ban from Angie. Okay.
Ooh. That's interesting, I'd say. But this is gonna open up the hero pool a lot more, at least for the first phase. So now what I'm thinking is, what is Croatia going to prioritize here for the picks later on? Because again, we're gonna be trading 2 very important ones.
I think Croatia needs to pick out the XP laners that are gonna ban out the Saya I was talking about, and I think Portugal needs to ban out either the Florin or the Hayabusa. But the Kalea goes away. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, again, team setup, I guess, understandable. They don't want to go for a dive comp, so now Croatia could go for a Badang here, maybe, if they have it. Or Gato is also available. But wait! Just
I called it out! I mean, I knew it was gonna happen, and Portugal automatically gets countered by the Hayabusa if they pick it. If Portugal takes the Hayabusa, it's over, because Florin can just bloom and overkill basically every damage he does. The Sicilian pick. Interesting. I thought Cleopatra was gonna be the mid laner. Maybe she's the jungler or the roamer.
Could be.
Lolita, I think. Lolita here. I think they're gonna pick the Lolita.
It's good. Yeah.
Alpha.
No. What? Wait,
the first
how long
Alpha.
has it been?
The
It's
first
still
pick.
relevant, I'd say.
He's solid, but relevant, I wouldn't say. But once she's getting picked out, we know that Curtain Call is going to be very annoying to deal with, and she does a lot of damage when she's in a single target fight. What will Movie pick? Julian?
What?
The third one we've seen in this entire tournament, so it's a niche pick as well. Again, maybe it's a comfort pick, like the Florin or the Alpha. Maybe it's comfort. We saw the team of Romania play the Terizla.
Fair enough.
I like this. I like this more than the men's stage.
Okay, we're gonna see a lot of team fights here. A lot of penalty zones being dropped here, and that is gonna be quite explosive. But now Portugal going with the bans, probably going to go for mage ban here. Zushin off the board. Croatia though on the other hand, Romer could be the option, right? Or maybe goal lane.
I need to. They ban now the laners, not the mid laners, the gold laners as you said. But the Zhuxin gets singled out. You can possibly flex the Duel into the mid lane, but it's a bit of a stretch. But I would expect Croatia to, as I said, ban out the golds. They're gonna ban out the Carmilla.
Oh, wait, that's quite surprising. I mean, the comp. It's hard for Carmilla to be playing this scenario, so I'm a little bit surprised. But now, Portugal with the bans here again, probably going to be either the mage or maybe in this case even the gold lane. Because again, the gold lane's a lit. Gold lane is it's gotta be gold lane, right?
Has to be the golden bans for either of the
Yeah.
sides. I mean, maybe they want
Maybe
to
the
leave it
Harit?
open. The Harriet's open. I mean, the Granger,
Yeah.
Melissa is pretty good. We're seeing her a little bit. 1-1, still good. Clint. And hey,
Yep.
there's so many picks. The Bruno as well left up on the table, and it's a pretty good pick for Croatia if they were. It's a kiting.
One could be amazing here since I mean they don't have a front line that much of a front line presence for Croatia. Oh yeah, so I mean that's definitely they want to go take for the Granger in this case, unless Croatia bans it off.
I don't think they're gonna ban out the Granger. I think they're gonna ban out. They're gonna definitely ban out the Markman, but yeah, the Melissa I was talking about her. Come on, Linwell.
Okay, yeah.
Get with the
What
program
do you mean,
start.
come on here?
You know, grab a magic ball and foresee the future. You know, like just like how I do it.
Yeah,
You know,
magic
here.
ball.
Exactly.
Looking for a number. We're looking for a number right now, and for Portugal, the number is looking to be, well, let's say a
27.
Granger here. If it's not a
Number?
Granger, probably 1-1.
What's the hero number of Granger, Linwell? Do you know it?
It's probably 105 or something.
I don't think so.
What's your
97.
gamble? 97. Okay.
I mean,
Oh, Belleric, what?
oh, Belleric's a pretty good counter if they go for a dive composition. I mean, they already have the Julian, the Florian. I don't think she's gonna also stay in her father. I mean, hey, the seed of Belleric is Florian. I mean, lore-wise.
They have a very strong front line here. So, I mean, this is just looking to be maybe a carry game here from Croatia. And even Lunox could be picked up if they want to, I guess. But then again, and then, I mean, the Granger's still there, I guess. So, it's going to be picked. But the Mage.
What would the mage
Farsa?
be? I don't think the Farsa. I think the
Like, they don't have dive-in.
The Louis would be pretty nice here. Protect against dive-in.
Hope will find a way, even when
Ah!
it is forlorn.
I knew it. I knew it.
How
I knew
did
it.
it all came true. It all came true. Earlier, when we were just talking, the Florian, the Vixana, both
The
of them
Granger.
came true. Even the Granger, yeah. But, oh, wait, I think you mentioned Julian also at one time, but Brody being picked to counter this composition. I
Linwell?
don't know if I necessarily like it.
I have a question for you. Do you remember what number I said for Granger?
Yeah, you mentioned 97, right? I said 105.
I did it the opposite way. 79th, man. The 79th hero in the game is a Granger. I mean, I said it the other way around, but even so, we're gonna see the Brody getting picked out. You just saw Arix the other day on it. He was completely cracked, you know. I mean, props to you. But hey, maybe Alita's gonna take the win here on the lane because we saw Brody dominating the Granger, but still, maybe it could go the other way around.
Yeah. I mean, it comes down to the laning phase here. How much pressure can Portugal apply? Especially since, you know, they have a very good front line, but then again, it's pretty slow. It's pretty rugged. You need to extend those utility spells to at least get into range for, I mean, people for the side of Croatia who have that distance and have the immunity. So, again, the team fights are going to be nasty.
I think Croatia needed a Fredrin on the jungle or a frontliner fighter, something with a bit of CC, because right now they don't have anything.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have a few interesting emblems. We're gonna have the Terizla with the Vengeance, not the Flicker, and the Beller with the Vengeance. I mean, it can work pretty good, but usually you see Revitalize on Belleric and Flicker on the Terizla.
Yeah. I mean, it's for the play mix, right? Again, it makes sense, but now the Vengeance enables them to, I guess, counter those dive-ins a lot more for Julian, but the rotation are pretty normal looking in. So river control is more towards Croatia.
Croatia. I mean, it depends, right? Because the advantage goes to Team Portugal, if I'm not mistaken. They have a bit more team fight potential in their game, but the Julian has the level 3 advantage on the Alpha. And we're gonna see a bit of a slow clear coming from him, right? Demon just picked up by the Julian
Yeah.
to give him a bit of help in their game. 4 people in the bot lane. Are we gonna see an engage
Well,
here?
I think they want to go in, but they don't have the level 2s here.
Oh,
Ooh,
that death
fantastic
mark.
stun there, coming in connected by Ivy. And here, again, forcing them back. It's just so much, giving Alifa the space that she needs to farm
Both of the
up those
fighters
minions.
use their
And now,
vengeance at the same time. They're fighting it out, they're digging it out like they would all days. I remember when
oof.
Terizla used to be the key laner meta. The one alt wonder what
Yep.
we like to call him with that his own flicker combination. He was devastating, but we're gonna see him recall to regain a bit of his mana, I assume, and his HP. Again, Demon just picked
Yep.
up by the floor in slow game in the game. The Julian is gonna take advantage of that turtle and take it on, but are we gonna see a gang on bot lane? We're probably seeing it. Stunning.
Oh, this
No.
might go. But
Belleric is
again,
there.
Croatia is
there.
just staying turtle. What are you doing? Are they not gonna gank? Wait. Huh? Hang on. Slow process. Slow process. They're looking for the angle here right now, and Mokita has to fall back with the Florin now showing up to the party, and it's just pretty slow coming in for Portugal, though. Croatia just might go for maybe an invade here. Soyulas in the top side.
If I was on the team of Croatia, I mean Portugal out of Devon and went for an invader to take that jungle on the bot side. No, I mean they were wasting a bunch of time there, right? Staying around, but the Julian is level 6,
Oh,
and it's gonna take
yep.
Lilia
Yeah,
down.
so low. Yeah, that's the first blood going into Croatia. And now they gotta clear the lanes at least, maybe, but Portugal plays for the slow game. Jungle more towards the top side.
I mean, as soon as Sirin gets his stacks up and he gets farm, he just needs a proper functional, which he has. He has the Belleric, he has the Terizla, he has the Alpha, something that can front him. The Cleopatra can also dish a ton of damage a bit later in the game. So, that's left off to be seen.
Yeah.
I mean, Julian right now is the deciding factor. He is winning, he is farming, he is doing a lot, but they're gonna camp out that mid
That's
turtle
true.
/ Lord Bush. You're gonna see an engage?
Hang on.
No?
Oh, very disciplined there. Didn't want to go for a play, but again, Solis is just farming and farming right now,
Look at
and
Lilia.
Lilia so low, has to play it safe. Oof, denied so much space by Nika here. But in bot lane though, looks like Croatia wants to go for a gank, maybe go for a dive, but again spotted out, not fully committing. Well, might just see an alpha charge if he wants to forward, but no, Lila's so low on HP, has to play it safe, and Turtle gonna be spawning in.
I think Team Portugal is scared to make an engage on Team Croatia. I mean, Croatia has the early game advantage. They have that bloom. But I think they missed out so many fights possibilities. The Vexana was going past them. And they're 4 versus 4 on the bot lane. But the Belleric still doesn't have his ultimate. He doesn't have that Wrath of Dryad.
I mean, she just knows. She just knows they're there in the bush now. Could go for a steal here, maybe, with Alpha Charge. There it is. Dives on towards the backline. And Soyos instead picks up the turtle, but EBV so low on HP, still manages to survive. And Cleopatra being picked off here by the Florin. It's just massive as Soyos tries to go for Sunflower, maybe even more, and does get the double kill. Bring members inside Portugal down. It's a 4-0 right now. Croatia going for a purple steal.
I think I know what's wrong with Team Portugal. I don't think the Belleric has his roam boot spot. I don't think he has them.
Oh, that's a key vital error, I believe so.
That's why
still
he's still level 3,
right?
Yeah, that's why he's still level 3. But so
Yeah.
again, just killing
Unfortunate.
down that Brody, getting that bot tier 3 turret down, and in the top lane the trades are going in favor of Team Croatia. The CC can just do a ton of damage, and the Terizla cannot answer. As soon as he's the penalty zone, he's gonna be basically caught out. Doesn't have the flicker to escape, he uses his vengeance most of the time. But we're gonna see the Belleric buying out the level 4 skill Wrath of Triad.
Let's get it right in time now. Oh, Elias could go for a play here, maybe the penalty zone, fully commit, but again,
Penalty
just so
zone.
low in HP, does commit
Alpha.
on towards there, and picks up one. Florin gets taken off the board, Alifa managed to survive though, but Cleopatra is so low in HP. Ninika wants to commit and get a kill on towards, gets the huge bounce there. Oh, that was a little bit of a game mechanics use. Page
Raptor
though.
Dryad.
Sunflower so low there, has to pop it out. Raptor Dryad used here, but Surly is just so farm right now. He's level 10. Doesn't matter what they have. Angie's the next one to be targeted, and Ibruville is gonna be the one picking him up as Croatia is 8-1 right now.
I mean, 403 is a pretty big lead for So Useless, but even so, Mukamori is not that far behind. He's only 2 levels behind. I think one team fight is gonna change it around, but there has the penalty zone. Will he connect?
Oh,
Yes,
saving it
he does
perhaps,
not.
but lands on a one. Wants to go for more maybe, but again, Ibruville time and time again getting a clutch CC chain with the Eternal Guard. It's just so huge. Again, did he even use it?
Did not.
Oh, I must have missed that. But again, Croatia is just so farm right now. Surly is level 11. It's only 7 minutes into the game, Zakoda.
I mean, I think that Portugal's roamer forgot to buy room again. He's so far behind the other roamer from Team Croatia. The Florian is level 8, he's level 5. That's a pretty big difference. Even if the roamers and the teams are falling behind, they should be close in equal level to the lowest. Maybe close the mid, basically. The lowest level has to be the same as the roamer usually.
Mm-hmm. That's true, that's true. Again, a vital era here, which we did see in other esports scene at least, where someone forgot to buy a jungle item, but then again, now Portugal on the back end, it's not looking great. 8-minute mark is also going to be showing up as maybe when the Lord spawns in, Croatia just might end the game.
I mean, I think So Useless is just camping out in that echo bush, as we like to call it here on the desk. Maybe they're going to try to pick out either the Bellary or the Sicilian. I think either of those two is going to be a pretty good thing. You know, the Vexana has a Death Grasp. She can just on someone, if I'm not mistaken. Even so,
Oh, look at the combo.
Big.
Lifa getting one. Yep.
Penalty zone.
Beat up. There's knock up. Eternal God also alongside, but it's a killing spree. 4 members now make that 5. That's a complete team wipeout for Portugal. Croatia looking to end the game pretty soon. It's not even the 10-minute mark, folks, here. And again, Atao is just going to clear those minions, but the next wave is almost ready. Croatia looking to maybe out damage, but doesn't have the minions. Mid lane might be susceptible. Mokita is here to go in for the alpha charge, but again, too risky here. Hasn't played safe for his team, and that's a huge advantage here for Croatia.
I mean, as we know, Croatia is in the lead, 14 kills to 1, and I believe it's a 12,000 gold lead, if I'm not mistaken. 12,000, 13,000 or so gold.
Around that, yeah.
Even so, 3 turrets on the side of Croatia, 6 turrets as well.
Yep.
1 inhibitor turret from the mid lane. I mean, that's the most important turret. You don't want to lose that one in particular. Even so, the jungle difference is also 5 levels. The roam difference is 3 levels, and that's pretty huge, right? Leopard trap 0 4 0, Sunflower 0 3 0, Mokito Mopti 0 to 1, Angie 0 to 0, 1 3 0 for Lila on the Islam.
Yep. You know Zakoda?
Enough about
this just
the
might be
Rumble.
Jover for Portugal. Again, the Florian picked up the fleeting time again, so those blooms are just gonna get spammed so many times in team fight. Lord marching down mid lane.
The Lord is indeed marching down. Madara Uchiha has joined the battle and he's looking to end it all. He's in his 10 tails platform. What penalties on solo on the floor and not enough.
Yeah, not even connecting here. Instead, Eternal Guard gonna knock up 2. Might just pick up 1, maybe. Oh, Lila's so low on HP. Managed to survive, but at the cost of Sunflower falling into the hands of Soyules as the inhibitor turret gets pummeled. And Croatia taking the first game of this series with a 15-1 clear sweep.
I mean, the winner of the first game, as you said, is Croatia. But again, it's a best of 3, so maybe in the second game, Portugal is going to turn it around.
Mm-hmm. Well, how long was that match? 11 minutes?
10 minutes and 21 seconds, if I'm mistaken.
Oh, okay.
But Lilian...
was it the fastest one? Yeah?
No, the fastest one of the day, yes. The fastest one of the tournament, no. The fastest one, I think, was 5 minutes and 47 seconds.
That's insane. Okay.
That's
But yeah, you were asking me something.
And I was asking, let's get into the highlights. I mean, I'm waiting to see what happened in the highlights.
Yep. Just
A
have to
lot
hold that
of
thought,
team
and
fights
now-
coming in from Croatia. They land them out perfectly. Again, that
Florian really changed the game. She was using that Bloom killing one from up. Yes, she did die one time, but still, that doesn't matter. She is the roamer. She had that purifier. If she had the flicker, I think she would have been escaping. But Sunflower, I think, not having the roam was the biggest game changer, right? Because that's gonna just put Portugal behind by a lot.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. And you know, the fact that also the lanes got pressured so much. The top lane, bottom lane, mid lane, every single side. Even the jungle side was getting a hard gapped here, at least for when the fact that the objectives was just being taken time and time again by Croatia. And the gap was just too much, I'd say, at least when we got to the mid game here. But taking a look at the statistics.
We're gonna see the most damage dealt coming in from the studio with 34,300. Following closely behind is the Vexana with 31,925, and in the third place is going to be the Granger with 27,780 damage. The most healing dealt. I mean, hey, it's a Florian, obviously, but still,
Yeah.
Julian is only a few thousand behind. Not much
That's
said about
crazy,
it,
no?
the Belleric not having the roam in the early game is what changed everything, right? He bought it late, he bought it after minute 8. I think that was, you know, a bit, you know. I mean, the Alpha didn't get enough farm, right? The Alpha didn't get enough farm. Even if he doesn't take the XP from level, from minute 1, I believe, till minute 1. After minute 1, he can take the XP, but still, just taking that little bit of XP is going to make the Alpha, I mean, lose a lot of farm, right? And the gold is what's important. I mean, you can see the difference.
Yep. And I mean, in the early game also, they were trying to go for the setups here, maybe the ambushes, but then again, Ibi on the Vexana, just scouting them so much. I mean, she just knew they were there in the bushes. And taking a look at the turrets, no turrets taken by Portugal.
I mean, no damage dealt
objectives
as
even.
well.
Yeah. That's a 0 in the 0. That's 4 zeros.
4 zeros on the map. I mean, 7 zeros if I'm not mistaken on the entire side of Portugal. But even so, the gold obtained per minute coming from Croatia is 5,321. Gold obtained from Portugal is 4,039. The most damage taken from Team Croatia is 34,300, and the most damage taken from Portugal is 13,060. Damage tower from Croatia 38,797. Damage from Portugal 0. Turret, Lord, and Turtle, 3 turtles, 1 Lord, 6 turrets, 0 for versus Portugal. The gold obtained from Minion and Creeps 15,499 from Croatia, 9,989 from Portugal. The most gold obtained in the game, it was the Julian, 9,174. Most elimination, him again with 6. Most damage dealt, him again with 34,300. And the wingman, the carry, 9 assists coming in from the Florian.
Oh, I mean, they were just all over the map. And again,
So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm excited to see
and,
what's going to
you
happen
know-
in game number 2.
yeah. You know, I mean, I just want to say again, so useless. She just might not be useless. I mean, just looking at how far she was farming. Yeah.
Something definitely changed about that. So I mean, my view on Soya changed a bit as well. But as you said, he wasn't that useless. I mean, yes, something changed, something will happen, and something is indeed different. But even so, Croatia takes the game by a sweep with a score of 14-1, if I'm not mistaken. But, I mean, hey, it was a pretty fast game, but we can escape a little. I can't even speak. Oh my god, I'm so excited. We can, you know, expect a lot more coming from Team Portugal. We know how their med roster plays. They were the dark horse of the tournament, so maybe Team Portugal as well. Again, we're gonna turn to dark horses or to dark ponies. I don't know.
I mean, again, mistakes happen, but now the first game, it's just the first game, you know. It's a complete series.
First game of
BO3,
the day, you know.
It might change some things up. They might change some things up in the next time around.
Exactly, but with that note, we're gonna go on a short little break to give these teams a chance to think about their upcoming draft for the next game. Again, I'm Zakota, joined here on the desk with Lynn, and we're gonna be right back.
Welcome back, folks, to the World Esports Iesf Mlbb Women's EU Regional Qualifiers 2025. It's day number 1, and we are on to the second game of this first series. I'm your caster, Linwell, and joining me in the desk is none other than the mischievous Dakota.
I mean, what can I say, Linwell? I was surprised about game number 1. Croatia took it by a sweep. Something must change in game number 2 for Team Portugal to take a bit of a lead. But do you think something's gonna change?
Well, hopefully, you know, I like to see a little bit more competitiveness, at least from the side of Portugal. And since, again, it was, you could even say it was a quick one, a very quick sweep, or even, I mean, we got to see drama, you know, we got to see entertainment.
Yeah, maybe they're beefing up. They're thinking about the draft as we speak right now. I'm sure they will cook up something. I mean, mischievous. As I said, you call mischievous. I'm gonna call the draft a little bit mischievous. We saw a few heroes we didn't expect. We saw the Bellary, we saw the Alpha, we saw the Mlbb. I think the whole draft of Team Portugal was unique.
Yeah, very much. But I mean, something's got to change, right? So, Zakota, again, going to this game number 2. The Florian's got to get banned, right?
I mean, definitely the Florian and the Julian as well has to be banned. But as we said, that let's not fantasize about the draft and let's get straight into it. The Julian and Florian getting banned out by Team Portugal, Croatia banning out
instant
Lucas and Kalea. I mean, something did change.
I mean, well, Kalea got swapped around here, and Portugal on the blue side. Again, they could pick up maybe a potential hero who could give Croatia a run for their money, but nonetheless, again, is there any heroes that start with Z? Oh yeah, Zask. I mean, I can't compare your name to Zask. Never mind, dude. Your name's so difficult to make puns.
Jukshin, Zask, Zaytan, Dakota, Zeus.
Yeah, they could pick up Zakota here on the red side, I guess.
They could pick up Zakota, they could pick up the Funny.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna see a Funny day. But hey, maybe something will be definitely changed in the upcoming series between Portugal and Belarus, if I'm not mistaken. We saw how strong the Belarusian team was when they defeated the main Romanian roster. I mean, the men's side of Iesf. Even so, Portugal should maybe pick out that'd be a nice niche for it. The Vexana, I think, is going to be a first pick, decisive pick. Because you don't want to show your trumpers, right? Something is going to click in the heads of Croatia, and they're going to try to draft around that. But even so, I mean, I'm excited to see what Portugal's going to do. Are we going to see the Belleric again? Are we going to see something different? Maybe we're going to see the Alpha being picked up again.
Well, again, since there is no Julian, so could be possible, very much indeed. But oh, everything's wrong. Is it? I like this pick here from Portugal. Very flexible, could go in for the EXP or even the Rome could be flexed out. But Croatia, though, they just might have the direct counter.
They just go to the system. We saw it last game. We saw it in the hands of, I think, Alita, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah. Alita was the marksman. I believe Ninika.
Yeah, I believe Nini.
Either Ninika or Ibivui. Yeah.
I believe Ibivui was the mid laner. You know, we saw that Vexana the older game, but even so now we're gonna see Sicilian with that large face, you know, with that sanguine claws just catching out in Portugal lacking. Are we gonna see an Alpha again, perhaps, or maybe we're gonna see a Suyo? Suyo still left open, Ling's open, Hayabusa's open, Nolan's still up on the table for grabs. YSS could work for them as well, but what do you think, Linuel?
Again, YSS could be great, like you said. He has immunity also and the flexibility, but then again, I think Portugal just might stick with the similar playstyle that they had before, namely having tanky frontliners and just backliners who can dish out the damage here.
You're around Vexana.
There's the Vexana, yeah.
Vexana staple pick of Iesf Women's Qualifiers. Maybe.
Yep. Maybe, you know. It's just a queen versus a vampire here now, for at least the mid lane. But oh, they're going for the combo here with
combo with Carmilla.
Oh, Carmilla and
Fun fact for the people watching, if you guys don't know, Sicilian and Carmilla have a unique interaction that allows Carmilla to go inside of Sicilian, refreshing her skills as well. So if you use the stun on Carmilla, if you use your first skill on Carmilla, you're gonna get it back in a second. You go into Sicilian and you go out again. So you're gonna get on a small overshield as well. And I believe that passive is called True Bond.
yeah. But you know that can be broken also. Nothing's forever.
Just like me and you, Linwell. Just like me and you. After this, I hope we're gonna meet
more.
again. I mean,
Need some
no, come on.
stitches? I can
Give me a
help
high
you
five for
this
these days.
way.
Come on.
Alright, just for all time's sake.
Ah, you lagged. No, your camera lagged. I was gonna do the funny.
no!
Or maybe you're just too fast for me. Maybe you pull it out of frame. Did you know? Oh,
Yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Wait,
wait.
that's slow.
No,
Oh, oh wait. Hang on, hang
Magic
on.
is my
Hang on,
life. Your
hang on,
team
hang-
is
hang
banned.
on. Alright, never mind. I
That's
give- I
enough.
give-
That's enough. That's enough. That's
Yeah,
enough.
that's enough of that.
We're gonna see the
enough
hair
of
getting
that.
banned out, joined by the Melissa. I think they're gonna ban out the bro because you saw it in the hands of, if I remember correctly, Lilas?
Yeah.
Or was it Angie? Lilas or Angie? I don't remember exactly. But even so,
Yeah.
Alita is probably gonna pick out the Granger again. The Granger still left up on a table. I think they're gonna ban out the junglers for Team Portugal. I mean, hey, if you ban one, you're gonna leave yourself without one. So the fun
Yeah.
is open, Link open, Hayabusa open, Suyu open,
Let's go.
YSS still open.
Your team
You're gonna
is
ban out the
banned.
Iesf a direct counter to the Ranger.
Yeah. Croatia looking to take the Granger in the hands again, rightfully so. They are on the red side. Portugal, though, I mean, they gotta expect the Granger, right? So, should ban it maybe at this point, unless they have a star goal laner playing on their
The
hands. but
Hayabusa.
No.
But
Okay.
will so
I mean,
useless. Will they go for the Granger or the so useless? It's not so
Oh.
you. I mean, hey. I mean, I was talking
Yeah.
about him. He's a 3-skill hero. I feel like most people, when they want, a nice and niche hero that's pretty easy to learn, they go for either the Julian or the Suyin because they're level 3, like power spikers.
yeah. Well, then again, I mean, they could go for the level 2 power spikers, namely the Fanny.
Funny. I mean,
Right.
that's the only one. That's the only one.
Yeah. I mean, Selena also maybe. Selena jungle, that could be.
Nah,
decent,
I mean,
maybe.
you can say the Roger as well, but like, I don't think you're gonna
Yeah.
see it.
True, true. But now Portugal, 2 picks on their side. Is it gonna be the Granger?
I think it's gonna be the Granger from Team Croatia.
Higambana is in
Again, we're
full
gonna see the
bloom.
Alpha
Your team
and the
is
Hanabi getting picked out. I mean,
Damn.
pretty decent combination. The implosion with the Higambana and the AOG could go a long way with the Gritty Grasp only in front of Exana and the Spear of Alpha. I mean, that's a pretty good teamfight combination right there. But once we're gonna see the Granger getting picked out with the Death Sonata, we can reveal inside of pushes. It's gonna make him a little bit harder to gank,
Yeah. The team fights are going to be pretty interesting to watch. A lot of CC combinations here from both the teams. And Croatia, though, I want to see a massive play here by Ninika. Unless, Alito could just carry the game. Unless that happens.
Maybe.
But, Zagoda, what's your expectations for game number 2 here? As we're going to have in the
I
match?
had very high hopes in Portugal, but I see that Hanabi pick. I mean, I don't like that hero a lot, so I think I'm gonna go with Croatia for game number 2.
Oh, looks like Croatia is going to be the favorite here, as we see. And I mean, again, like you said, the Hanabi against the Granger. There's
Little
not even a
woman.
Lolita to back her up.
I would have liked in Portugal to go for the Fanny on that jungle, skip that Alpha, go with that Fanny, with that cutthroat, still cable
Yeah.
combination. I mean, it's a really easy. Fanny is really easy, right? When you play her.
Yeah, I mean, you just need to know the map and then land your cables successfully, which a lot of players tend to spam it towards the hero, not necessarily walls, but then again,
Maybe you're gonna grab onto the hero. Who knows? I mean, maybe it's gonna be like a Franco who. I remember one
Yeah,
time I was
could be.
watching, I believe, a professional game where I was a part of a professional game and I was playing Franco on the roaming position and I was ulting a jungle creep. So I can pull out mischievous things, as you said, but even so, we're gonna get into game number 2 between Croatia and Portugal. Linuel, please give us a little breakdown of the emblems.
Yep. Looking inside of blue team, yeah, looking pretty normal under the fact that even the red team also. I mean, the only thing that catches my eye is Soyless didn't really go for the Impure Rage here for the faster lane clear.
I mean, Useless can go with the Kidney Tree because it's a team fight composition that they have with the Carmilla, Sicilian with Sanguine Claws, you know,
Yeah.
with that Blood Ode. And again, it can be a big game changer because, you know, you can sustain a little bit more in the fight. But the Impure Rage, yes, it does allow him to clear first, but nowadays it's not as good as before, as much as before. Still,
Oh yeah.
look at Suyu. They're still level 6, they're gonna look out for a kill right there. Done.
Yeah. Looks like this might happen. There's a Sacred Hammer being pulled, and the Sanguine Claws. Flower has to flicker out of safety, but there is the Vengeance here, tanking a lot of damage for his team. But Portugal again running with their tail stuck behind their legs as Croatia just might even Aegis used there. A lot of resource extended.
The Vexana, I believe, if she used her Deadly Grasp a little bit earlier, she could have maybe killed, the jungler of Team Croatia.
Yep. Could have been a huge advantage, but now instead they are going to be on the backhand, and with both members really low on the XP and the jungler, Croatia looking to take the turtle here, but Portugal is not very far off, but they are lacking their levels. Not having a level 4 is such a huge disadvantage, but Mokita is still going for it. It's gonna get resetted though. Now Inika could go for the forefront. Hanabi all the way from bot lane here. Goes for the alpha charge. And he's gonna get the first blood alongside the turtle. Portugal getting 3 for a... Wait, a turtle alongside?
3 kills, and it was a 5-man rotation towards the turtle objective. And they're gonna take a bit of the plating away from Team Croatia's mid lane, but even so, the Granger still hasn't fell down to any of Team Portugal's members. But Alabi got 3 assists.
Yep.
Angie.
Oh, Angie. Oh, playing with fire there. Sacred Hammer just gonna allow her to escape. Sunflower coming in clutch here for her team. Now, even having the implosion could utilize it in one of those lanes.
Magic shoes bought by the Suyu, giving a bit more cooldown reduction. I mean, that's pretty normal. But even so, we're looking at an invade on the bot side jungle of Alpha.
Oh. Yeah. And now, though, I think they're gonna be successful in that with most of Portugal in the top side. Alpha is gonna be rotating. Mokita just might catch them, but a little too late. Retribution gonna be used. Yep, there is a steal here, folks. 4 members of Croatia on the bot side. Portugal, though, going on the aggression on towards the CC here, but she's just playing it safe, you know. But wait, hang on, Portugal alongside Impure Rage, stunning him, and then the Eternal Guard also pushing and getting a knock-up. So low on HP, but still tanky, and managed to survive out of all of those abilities. Now, Portugal, not getting much, but meanwhile, Croatia on the bot lane side. As the Gambana getting a CC combination, but the turret's already going to take it down. Cleopatra all alone, gonna be bursted down with the evil Queller as Swirless gets one on the board.
Alpha was there, but he wasn't fast enough. We're gonna see a little bit of mid control coming from Team Croatia, but still, the CC surviving that 3 versus 1. When they expanded an implosion, revitalized, and a death guard from Vexan, I mean, that's pretty impressive, right? The Vengeance really came in clutch.
Yep. You know, the fact that, again, she just unpunished every single time. It's just allowing Croatia to have so much control for the XP lane, and now they're gonna utilize that towards the turtle. Gonna be started by Soyulis, and now the Cursed Blood is gonna be available if they want to activate it for the team fight. AOG also could be an option, but no, they're gonna give it up, and instead now try to go for an invade perhaps onto Mokita's jungle here. Gonna go for a dive, but there is the Sacred Hammer alongside the Implosion, gets 2, but nonetheless, the Bash Feast doing a little burst, but Angie's gonna be the one to pick up Ninika alongside with the Eternal Guard, but they're all so low on HP, has to back off. Croatia trying to find one for the trade, but Soyulis goes for a snipe, not enough though.
Even so, I believe that Team Portugal won that trade of 1,100 gold difference between these 2 teams here. Even so, I think Croatia is going to take that mid lane turret, opening up the jungle of Alpha, and looking at the top lane as well. Maybe that too. 2-level difference between the junglers. Soil is gonna go and take that tower down as fast as possible. Maybe look for a possible down team fight. Sanguine Claws used,
Yep.
a lot of damage coming through.
Oh, Iesf playing with fire right now, but Sunflower is going to be here with the assistance. Sacred Hammer coming in. Implosion also not available, so
Call.
they have to play a safe. Curtain Call also coming in, but again, too far out of range. Croatia can't really find any. They do get the turret, however.
The map being fully opened by Team Croatia really puts big stagger in Portugal's plans for the next big fight. Even so, I don't think Portugal can contest the next turret, and I don't think they should contest it. But even so, the CC is going deep. Implosion is available. Flicker is not. Hanabi still has her Aegis to sustain that crowd control immunity. Even so, the Death Guard available. The Revitalized used for the team fight.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that's the right call though. Now it's looking like there's gonna be an invade on the purple section. Sunflower, Sanguine Claws activated alongside the evil Queller. CC wants to go in. Curtain Call pulling him back, but there's the Tunnel Guard there getting a 3-man knockup, killing spree for Angie right now as Cleopatra picks one more for his team, pushing on to EB Rule, and Mokita's gonna be one to pick her up as there's only 2 members of Croatia left. Soilis and Alita trying to make some magic happen on towards Elas. Maybe to go for a dagger dash, though Alita picks him up. Oh, that's 2 for 3 though, and now they are looking to get the turtle.
In 2-4-3 trade coming in from Portugal. They are winning the team fights, but they're losing the long war. Antiquary being picked up by Sunflower 13. Cleopatra just needs her Demon Hunter, so I think she's gonna be doing a bit more damage. She has the Corruption Sight, if I'm not mistaken, but Soyo picks up the Warlocks. They're then slain by Soyoless.
Oh, yeah. And it's looking very grim right now for at least the side Portugal. They're winning the team fights, like I said, but objectives is where it matters here, folks. And with the Lord spawning in after 100 seconds or so, Croatia are going to look to capitalize. And now I believe that they will try to go for a team fight, perhaps maybe right before the Lord, unless they want to play it safe.
I think they need to go for some third, but even so, Gatsukachu just finally picked up that Dominance Eyes, allowing them to sustain a little bit more damage and, negate that healing of Suivio and Sicilian's Baptist.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they could go for a split push, like you said, but who is really going to do that? Maybe Cleopatra on the Hanabi, but she does need the support, and then you're going to be extending a lot of resources towards that.
I mean, Lias and Hanabi need to go together, farm a bond. So I don't think it's going to be enough. As I said, they don't have split push potentially. Inside of Croatia has the Suyu. The Granger, I mean, not that much of a split push, but still can survive a ton by himself.
Yeah, even having the flicker here, which normally, if against huge CC competition, you see Rangers picking up the Purify, but now Alita has more mobility now, and that's another just coming in for pokes here. But then again, they're just playing the safe game. Flickers are online though, so maybe something could happen.
Both of the teams have their abilities and spells ready for the upcoming Lord fight. They're trying to get a peek of, as the team Croatia, I think, might be the ones taking the pick. The Alpha and the T will have to combo together to just them. Oh, Sanguine Claws.
Soilis so deep in. There's a Cosplay activating on 4 by AOG on towards the front line here. Mokita's gonna be one to pick up Ninika, but we still have a fight going on for the side of Croatia as 3 of the members fall for 1. That was not a good trade coming in, Zagoda.
It was not a good trade coming in, but still, I think we're seeing a few more comfort picks coming in from Portugal, and that's why they're doing so better. I did predict that Vexana, and look how dangerous he is. 5-0-2. And the Tigil as well, so Implosion's coming clutch.
Even
Ooh,
perfect
that
timing
Death
here.
Grasp.
Wow. Half HP already now. Again, conceal play coming in, and with the Purify, they have to back out unless Alita tries to go for a steal. There's a mega kill with that's Sonata. Sunflower, the next target perhaps, and there it is. Now Lord so low on HP. Eternal God coming in, but the EV Rule picks it up for the steal here. Croatia getting the Lord, and 2 kills is huge.
I don't know if you noticed that, but the Kazutracha died at the hands of the Lord. Madara Uchiha has taken another life on the battlefield, but even so, Soiles looking for a fight. He gets booked out. He cannot dive. He cannot compare to the Alpha. As we know, Alpha is a pretty decent counter to the Suyu pick. Even so, I think they're just looking for. That's what Portugal needs. They're winning those skirmishes, but they're losing the long battles because of the Granger. lightning crunch and picked up by Angie. She has been doing a ton and ton of damage. Even so, I think the most in the entire game.
Yep. I was in the previous game also the Vexana dealt the highest damage, I believe, with on the hands of Croatia, who it was Ibivul, right?
It was illegal exactly, but I don't think the
Yep.
most damage was the jungler, the Julian. Julian did the
Yep.
most.
Oh. Okay. Now though, second close, massive on towards two players. Shot down here for Alita, getting the monster kill alongside Mokita falling in, and the Lord pushing down the top lane here. They want to clear in from the mid and maybe use the concussive blast for the turret. But Zoiles trying to snipe them down. Cleopatra already half HP, could have her extend the Aegis
Lord
maybe
charge.
before. Yep, it's gonna deal a lot of burst damage. Shining Claws getting two, forces the revitalize very early on. Sunflower looking for a flicker implosion play, but Croatia is just not giving her that. But hang on, so tanky right now. But Ilias getting the kill onto the CC is just huge for them, opening the map. Now 5v4 for this scenario as minions are pushing down, but will Croatia commit further on? Is the question, which I guess I just answered instantly.
They will commit further on by taking that bot side turret. 3 versus 1 right now. Tigger is going to go up and try to assist the Hanabi, but you're gonna give it a little break. After 12 minutes, the Aegis disappeared. I think if Team Croatia held that Lord a little bit longer and not cleared the wave, it would have been the better call.
Yeah, very much so. And now they'll have to wait for the 45-second mark, but we're already 12 minutes into the game, and you can see that the highest farm is Alita.
10,300 gold. In second place is gonna be Suyu with basically 9,000 gold. Third one is gonna be Cleopatra, surprisingly, and Lilias in the fourth place, 7,000 gold. He has been farming it properly. I mean, she has been farming it
yeah.
properly. My mistake.
Indeed, indeed. We're talking about the hero. Don't worry, don't worry.
Talking about
fellas.
the hero, I mean, but
Yeah.
you know, who says Ketsukacha cannot be a guard?
Oh, I mean that is true. Maybe, it is 2025, but now Lord is gonna be spawning in, and it looks like the Alpha Mokito's walking up alone. This just might be a crucial blunder now, folks. As that jungler is down here for Portugal. This is just a goal for Croatia to get the Lord instantly, and maybe get a huge push and end the game.
It looks that way, but even so, in about 11 seconds, the Lord is going to start marching down that top lane to try to push it down. Croatia needs to wait for Carmilla to hit a pretty big ultimate and combo with the Sanguine Clouds to catch them out to get there. Even so, the Suyu needs to land the initiating slam down on that Tigreal. As soon as he gets that implosion, it's going to be pretty much over, right? You can combo with the AOG, you can combo with the Spear of Alpha, the Vexana, the Death Guard. I mean, hey, there's so many things that Tigreal needs to do. But if you disengage, you engage on him first, you bait out that implosion, is going to be pretty much over.
Yeah, looks like he'll be trying to utilize that flicker combo, and maybe in the top side here, unless he gets a good target here. Which Mokita getting sniped, revitalize being used once again right before the Lord is gonna be huge for the side of Croatia though. Dice are gonna come in. There is the Suyo, there is the penalty zone. Maybe a lot of burst damage on towards both teams here, but 4 members of Portugal falls as the burst from Croatia is just too much. Ibivul, Alita, Soyules, all trying to end the game, and they do, pulling for a 2-0 clean sweep here for the first of the series.
Granger did 1,000 damage with Sky Piercer, but congratulations to Team Croatia for advancing further in the qualifiers. I think they qualified. Let me check. No, they have one more game, I believe.
No.
Let's get back into highlights really quickly. We're gonna see a few really nice team fights. The first one being that Alpha taking out that turret and AOG coming through that imploding. No, that's a pretty good trick. So picking out Suiles so many times is biggest part, right? I think that was giving Portugal a pretty nice lead. Not most of the time, because the Grange hasn't been punished enough.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't really have a right target, right person to mark the Granger. Sunflower could go it, but again, she has to go for those major team setups here. At least they are a teamfight oriented copy. Every single ultimate from their team is just so good. Unless maybe Mokita could try and go for it, but it's very difficult. Jumping in between a Suyo, a CC, and a Carmilla, that's just distance. That's
correct. I mean, those Sanguine Claws got so many people just pulling them back, and look at that. Talking about Sanguine Claws pulling out and doing a ton of damage, but even so, the CC initiation just baiting out. Look at that, 1000 damage with Sky Piercer. Dang. Man, that's a lot. That's a lot of extra
It's
damage.
gotta be satisfying too, right? When you proc that.
Has to be. Look at that, the most damage in the game was actually the Sicilian with 62,000, followed shortly behind by Granger 56,168. And third place goes to Hanabi with 52,000, if I'm not mistaken, 457 total damage dealt. The most healing during the game was, again, the Suyu, if I'm not mistaken. No, the guy that Gacha healed the most, 38,206, but he used those revitalized unwisely, right? I would have waited a little bit more. I was gonna maybe use them in a team fight. Using a Thunderbolt is gonna be probably enough to get your defense up. As soon as you have those 10-20 stacks, that's gonna be the big HMG, right? Even on Badang. Badang, goes well with a Thunderbolt, but as soon as you get 10 stacks, it's gonna be even better. You don't fight until you get at least 10 stacks or so on Badang. 9-10 stacks and it's gonna be enough.
Yeah.
But even so, because Gacha farmed extremely well.
But again, since most of the side of Team Croatia has physical damage, you have Sicilian on the mage here, on the magic damage, but you're gonna be diving in pretty close on towards the enemy side. So again, if she had the revitalize, that could have been a game changer. I'm just saying.
If she had the revitalize, it could have been a bit different, but even so, that's a bit too late for us to think about. But the most gold obtained per minute comes in from Team Croatia at 8,090. My apologies. From the side of Portugal at 6,817. Damage taken per minute 34,971. Damage taken from Team Portugal 2,658. No, 26,586. My apologies, I'm a bit slippy. Damage to tower coming from Portugal at 3,181. Damage to turrets from Croatia 31,221. One turtle taken from Portugal, and 2 turtle school lords, 8 turrets from Croatia. A lot of gold obtained from minions difference, 6,000 difference. The most gold was Alita at 12,000. She played extremely well, did well. What do you have to say about this amazing series, right? It was a bit short, yes, but still, it was pretty nice.
Yep. We do like to keep it short and nice, though. But nonetheless, though, the numbers, Zakoda, what do they mean?
The numbers don't lie. Linwell, they don't lie. Something has to change for Portugal to maybe make a difference in game 2. Something did change. Ante almost made a small nice comeback. Props to Team Portugal. They played extremely well, even against a tougher opponent. I believe Croatia is one of the strongest in the whole tournament.
Couldn't agree more with that, don't you? And the second name, like you said, they tried harder. They had the early comp, they had those team fights, but when it just reached the late game, man, they didn't, like you said, they didn't have a target for the Granger, and just kept on being in the back line, dishing out the burst that our team needs. And now we're here, 2-0 sweep, Croatia.
Got to give props to the Granger. He had that score of 10-0-3, finishing at the end with the most elimination as well for the entire game. But even so, as you said, they didn't have an answer. They didn't have anyone to go for the Granger. Yes, they had a Tigreal, yes, they had the Captain, but they didn't go for them. They went for the team fights, for that Suyu, for that Vexana, if I'm not mistaken, or the Sicilian. For the top lane as well, they targeted the CC a lot because they knew they couldn't go down on the Granger. They couldn't target him. But Linwell, what impressed you the most? Which player impressed you the most? Which player did you take a liking to?
Well, that has to be answered by both you and me. Let's say you can't push me under the bus completely alone. So the thing about this, it's gotta be the mage, right, for Croatia. Ivyuk? I forgot. How do you pronounce it?
I believe Ivyuk. Even so, I think Alita impressed me a lot with that Granger, but even so, we're gonna go on a break before the next game between Team Portugal and Belarus. So stay tuned, grab some snacks, don't go anywhere, grab some water, and cool yourself off in this amazing summer heat, and we're gonna be right back.